Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grigsby's War in the West. As I'm going to be doing something different today. I'm going to call this, For the Fatherland, or Defense of the Fatherland. It depends, I suppose it will be both. So, it's been a while since I've touched War in the West, and honestly, I've been missing it. Such a good game. Cannot wait to get stuck in. Now, I think we need a little bit, of a music change. Let's see. Something a little bit more interesting. There we go. Love the theme tune from Hearthstone 3. So yes, I'm using Hearthstone 3 and 2 music as they are not copyrighted. So let's get into this then, shall we? Now you may notice that I'm using a mod here. Now this mod I think really does make War in the West much more playable. It changes the way the map looks. In my opinion, it looks gorgeous. It does look so much better than the default map. I find that too grey, indeed a modded map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the video after the stream is over to where you can acquire it yourself. And honestly, I do find it just so much better. I also do have some other mods in here to do with the pictures of the units here. So I think they're a little bit better, which is quite nice. I think I also modded the UI to be a little bit more like War in the East, but I can't remember what War in the East's UI looks like at this moment in time. So, yes. I modded map indeed. So then, let's take a look at this then. So at the moment we have the weather turned off, at least the depiction of the weather. So what we're going to do then is going to take a look at our current weather conditions. And the current weather conditions are particularly bad. They're not great. This is not conducive to any sort of defense. Any sort of offense. It is good for the defense, however. But we are looking towards the offense. Now, we do have great numbers of planes built up for the offensive towards Antwerp, which is what is planned right now. I mean, we are playing in 44. I know I put it down as 45 campaign, but it's December 16th. It's not that far away, let's be honest. So let's take a look here then. So I'm going to bring the weather back up. So as you can see here, we're dealing with snow. We're deep into winter here. We're basically in winter. It's going to be rough. It's going to be extremely rough. So, it's going to make it difficult to plan any sort of air defensive and really have any of our air assets really available for any long period of time. The German planes really don't have a great service rating, obviously due to the fact that the logistics just not being that great. I mean, at this point in time, things are difficult. Very difficult. So if I take a look at the weather in the air, it's not too bad. It's cold at the moment in time. By next week, it's going to be okay. Still cold. In the north, it will be somewhat better, which is quite nice. Clear. At least I believe that is clear, which is very nice. I'm actually very happy about that. On the ground in the following week, no change. You can see this band of low pressure coming in. Love saying that. It's not often you get to say that. But in the air, we can make do with that. We can very much make do with that. So, it's going to be rough, don't get us wrong, but it's going to be doable. So what we need to take a look at then is the order of battle here. That's always a good place to start. So we have General Oberst Alfred Jodl. He's in command of Oberkommando der Wehrmacht. I believe that's what his official name is. And Frank Lee, the Defense of the Reich. So his initiative isn't that great. He's very expensive to dismiss, however. And as you can see here at the moment, we couldn't afford to dismiss him, even if there was a better commander. His mechanized and infantry isn't too bad, I suppose. Administration is pretty good. Political is obviously quite high, as you can see from the cost here. Morale is pretty decent, but the admin is okay for now. He'll have to do. These administration points are going to have to be used elsewhere. So, we can see here we do have a decent amount of anti-aircraft, construction battalions, rocket battalions, fortress battalions, garrisons, mountain infantry, which is a full division here, which is interesting to see. So, let's go back to the order of battle, and let's take a look then. So these are the forces attached to Alfred Jodl's OKW command. Hello there, Napoleon, how are you doing, my dude? So if you take a look at OB West, which is what we're going to be controlling, we had Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt And we have Army Group B, G, and H. So under Rundstedt, von Rundstedt, God von Rundstedt. I keep saying the names, I love saying German names. This is Gary Grigsby's war in the west. Gonna do, I don't know, maybe a half hour to an hour. We'll see how we go on. Maybe make this into something else, we'll see about it. Okay. He's not a bad commander, he's not particularly the best commander. He's, well then again, I take that back, his mechanized and infantry command is actually superb. That's very high numbers. Quite happy about that. Okay. So you're in charge of the defense of the west. And that is where we're going to have to take our priority towards. So, let's take a look. Back to the order of battle. And we have Army Group B, G, and H. Notice that we have a Feldmarschall Walter Model. Model was known for his defense. So let's inspect him. Oh, superb. Absolutely superb infantry commander. He's actually a pretty good commander indeed. It's never easy to pronounce German names, or just in anything really. Right. That's a very spiffing picture of him, not gonna lie. He's a very good infantry commander, very good mechanized commander. He's pretty good. He's actually just all-round a good commander. And he commands Army Group B. Okay. Assigned to this command, Fortress Howitzers, a 15th Panzer Grenadier Division, the 10th SS Division, and the 9th Panzer Division. So 10th SS Panzer Division. I love saying that as well, Division. I love how the Germans pronounce division. Okay. Army Group G, we have Hermann Balk. Not a bad commander. Artillery in AA, not bad. Okay. General Oberst Johann Blaskowitz. Yeah, 3 greatest generals of the war. Pretty good generals. Okay. So that is the command of the West. We do have the Italian front to deal with at the moment. As you can see, the Italian front is a whole nother kettle of fish. France has more or less been taken from us, and we have to hold over here in Lombardia and Milan. Now we do have a good defensive position here. These mountainous emplacements are great. You can see here that the defensive emplacements level 3 here too. 3 over here, and 2 in general, so pretty decent as well. Okay. We do have part of the 34th Infantry Division, so we do have the 34th Infantry Division down here. Supported by Italian fortress troops, basically defensive troops, just about 1,000. Well, under 1,000, 900, just over 900 troops. We do have the 5th Mounted Division over here. And the 157th Mounted Division. Okay. That's not too bad, really. We are facing French forces over here. We do have a French division, the 3rd French Mountain Regiment. Okay. It's a pretty powerful regiment. The 27th Alpine French Division is spread out across here. And then I'm going to assume these are American forces supporting them. Okay. So, the situation is somewhat doable. We do have the 162nd Turkmenistan Infantry Division. Their statistics, I mean, their qualities aren't exactly great, but in all honesty, I could use them to support different parts of the line. I do have the Italian SS Infantry Regiment over here. We also do have the 29th SS Grenadier Division. What are they equipped with? They do have Stug support, but they don't actually have any Stugs available. Just a bit awkward. But they do have numbers. They do have 157 pieces of artillery to support them, so that's pretty good to see. We do have the Italian division over here, which I could move down to Genoa to basically hold it. Oh, we'll see. Okay. We do have the 26th Panzer Division. Let's inspect the order of battle for the Italian front then, shall we? Right. Army Group C. He's in command of basically the Italian front. And we have Heinrich von Wertinghof. Wertinghof. Jesus. Not a bad general at all, actually. Good amount of support assigned to you. Italian assault engineers. That's pretty decent, actually. What do we have inside here? Assault engineer squad. So I'm going to assume, yeah, flamethrowers, hand grenades, satchel charges. That's actually not a bad squad. Okay. Oh, sorry, okay. Army Group C can hold its position for the time being, whatever the fortifications are like over here then. Freeze. Freeze all round. That's pretty good. We also do have the lake over here. At least that's one hex that we don't have to hold on to, which is quite nice. Makes it a little bit difficult for us to counterattack, but obviously we're not going to be doing much of that. The Allies have some fortification, but not much. We do have the mountainous defences over here on our flank, which is great. So that's nice. Okay. Thankfully, Switzerland is a perfect defense. Marceau as they're neutral, so at least the Allies can't go through Switzerland. So what we're doing right now is we're inspecting the defenses of the Reich. So we do have level 2 fortifications, level 3 fortifications here. We are in a mountainous position here. The only thing is our line is spread somewhat thin. We might be better off withdrawing to the Rhine. At least I think this is the Rhine. I'm sure it's the Rhine. God, I can't even remember right now. Okay, that's the Moselle River. Bloody hell. I can't believe I forgot what river this is. Okay. I've embarrassed myself. I'm going to assume it's the Rhine. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Rhine. Somebody's going to correct me anyway. So, let's take a look at what we have over here then. Mulder could have done it. Okay. You're under command of the 19th Army. Okay. So under this command, 52,683 infantrymen. Yeah, I knew it was Orion. Shh. 756 guns, 130 armoured fighter vehicles. It's the most that we do have, at least in the 19th Army. Considering the 19th Army has only, like, less than a division's worth of panzers. So we need to make the best use of that. So you got to imagine we're using... I don't know. We have... I don't know, let's say... Right, the 19th Army. How many men do you actually have in total? Yeah, so we only have 170,000, nearly 171,000 fighting men to hold this line. So I'm going to pull back to the River Rhine. The reason being, it frees up a lot of forces. It means we can have an absolute response that's going to be positive towards the Allied invasion. I mean, we hold nothing of value here. I mean, there's only this rail line, but that rail line means nothing to me. Yeah, they're going to go for an all-out attack, that's definite. Okay. So I think I might move the forces of this corps to the north. The SS Corps to the north is somewhat outmanned. Well, except that, Luke, how you doing, my dude? Okay. So at the moment we're only in the air planning phase, so I suppose I'll have to get on with that. We'll look at that later on. Okay. This game is just, it's so good. I can get so deep into things, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to the weather. There we go. Makes it a lot easier to see. Right. Going to go towards our headquarters, the air headquarters. Let's see. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we can see numbers of aircraft. I do believe green is fighters. So you can see we're going to be somewhat outnumbered in terms of planes. So what we need to do then is take a look at how we can rectify the situation. And in all honesty, what I need to do first and foremost is transfer a lot of these squadrons from these level 1 airfields to the higher level airfields. So what we're going to do then is we're going to select our airfield over here on Essen. And I'm going to expand the airbase. The reason being I'd rather have these airfields expanded. Over here in Cologne too. Dortmund. There we go. We need to focus on the Ruhr. Münster. Yeah, the reason being... what's the situation in the east? We can't control the east, but obviously the Soviets are up to this line. We do have the Cologne pocket. It's not exactly great. I mean, it's less than great. It's pretty fucked. Hurry up, build a nuke. I mean, would it even make a difference? I mean, you could nuke London, but in all honesty, would it make a difference? Nah. Yeah, just ready the Wunderwaffle. Okay. Let's look at our commands over here then. We're going to transfer these. Couple fucking wolves there. Let's transfer them. BF-109s. The reason I'm doing this is because if you fly from these low-level airfields, you do take more operational losses, which is obviously less than stellar. We really need to maintain our air force as much as humanly possible. So there, Oda, how are you doing, my dude? Not many fucker wolves. Somewhat over capacity. There we go. Right. Still need to move the rest. And we do have a lot of them based over here, actually. Which isn't too bad. We do have some decent airfields over this way. The issue is we only have the airfield at Arnhem, which is obviously threatened, so I can't move them too close. So I think we're going to focus on this area over here, really. Münster, whatever you want to call it, could support a few planes there. Okay, we do have some Marados. These are level bombers. Level bombers can stay away from the front for the time being. Okay, we'll move them over here to Münster. Good amount of fucking wolves over here, actually. Yeah, these are the fighter bombers. They're trained as fighters, and their mission is fighters. Okay. Junkers at 188. Well, what we've got to do here, really, is knock out allied airfields. That's the entire objective of the Air Force here. The weather is going to be okay. It's not exactly the best, but it's okay. It's just the numbers we're dealing with here. Right, we do have some ME-262s. These are really quite nice, actually. Okay. How many ME... We actually have a good amount of ME-262s. Okay, so we're going to move those towards the front line. We do have some 1As. So we do have the 30mm cannon loadout. They're not going to need the drop tanks. Do you still have some Vichy forces left? Potentially somewhere. Okay. We do have some Italian forces, yes. I'm going to move these close to the front line. Alright, good amount of Fokker Wolves. Okay. I'll move these Fokker Wolves over to Utrecht. Okay. Now that's a lot better. What we're going to do then is we're going to set up some air directives. Which is the name of this command? The second Jagdcall. Okay. Doctrine. I'm going to change the altitude actually to about 30,000 feet. Same for the rest. The reason being, well, reconnaissance is a little bit high. I might change that. So I'll bring that down to about 15,000 feet. Okay. Really gonna fly in Pearl Weber? Airfuel is high priority. We're gonna ignore interdiction. Are there division commanders in this game? I'll have to check, but I don't believe so. I think it'd be a lot of commanders in the end. Right. Oh, so that's for bombing cities. Right, there we go, we changed our doctrine. Okay. So what I want to do then is hit the airfield. So let's take a look at where the concentration of Allied planes are. Is the objective here to push the Allied forces back into Germany? Well, I mean, this is based on the real operation. I can't remember the name of the operation. It was the one that led to the Battle of Baston. But basically, the objective is to reach Antwerp. And cut off the British and American forces in the north. Which is doable, potentially. Really dubious, but we'll see. Okay. Now, the issue is obviously going to be flak defences. I mean, this airbase over here is easily doable. Like, that's a level 3 airbase that we can hit. That's where a lot of our fighters are. I think I'm going to focus on these air bases over here. So I'm going to bring up my drawing tool. Let's see. I'll draw this in blue then. I mean, to be honest, these are the easiest targets that we could go for. I mean, this is a level 2 over here, but it's not as good. I suppose we need... back on the ground now, Pacific indeed. We need to take a look at the amount of planes that we could commit. That's going to be the thing we have to take into consideration. So let's see. What's up there, Icono? How you doing, my dude? Yeah. Ground attack. So, do we run air superiority over these? Let's see what we can do. So we have ground support in the Netherlands. Insignificant. Reconnaissance, we're going to cancel it for now. Just close these off. Okay. We'll set up the ground attack. The 3 darker yellow armor units. Weak points. Well, their weakest point would be around here with the regiments. Kind of this area here is where they're weakest, which is where we would have to push through. It's not going to be easy regardless. Okay, so we're going to set our targets as over here. We'll go with a high intensity. We really do need to get them going. Right. So we do have Rados. Sort by type. Now, do I use the fighter bombers? What do we actually can here? Only 200 kilogram bombs. It's hardly worth it. Their speed is really good though. I think the speed could be worthwhile. So, I'm going to assume that this one has the least amount of AA cover. So we'll commit the Arados. Alright, we'll do that. You have little faith. Alright. I'll have some BF-109s assigned. They're going to run as escort. Okay. Now, I think we'll assign just over 100 escorts. The stream's been going about 27 minutes. It's not going to be the longest stream today. So this is going to be in the day. Okay. So we're going to hit it with around about 76 Arados. Which is a good amount, to be fair. Not a huge amount of damage, but it's still pretty decent. Right, there we go. That's going to be our first mission there. Let's actually take a look at our advanced options. Altitude is going to be at 30,000 feet. Alright. Number of strikes per day is 2. Would it make more sense to be defensive? It would, but these forces over here we don't have for long. And we do have a potential to actually cut off these forces here in the north. This is before the Battle of Bulge. Okay. So we're going to confirm that air directive. Air directive confirmed. Now we're going to assign another one over here. Select a new target. Not with the Italian Luftwaffe command, of course. Second Jagdkorps. So we're going to select our second target over here. Okay. Let's see what we have available. Yeah. I mean, 1,000 kilograms is pretty damn decent when you're going like nearly 500 miles an hour. That's pretty decent. I think their speed's going to be really nice. It's going to be really welcome. Okay. We do have some tactical bombers. Obviously, these are not your traditional tactical bombers. They're still carrying it's a decent loadout, I suppose. It's not the greatest, but it's still a decent. Yeah, I need to kill as much of the air force as possible and reduce runways. Very true. Okay. We don't have that many tactical bombers, to be fair. So I'm going to commit these over here, so that's just over 80. It's not going to be a hugely successful mission here. We're going to commit more. I mean, we do have the ME262s that I could commit. But we'll commit the BF-109s. And we'll commit some Focke-Wulf 190s. There we go. Okay. Confirm air directive. So they're going to fly at 30,000 feet. Do you have 262s? Yes, we do. We do have our other over here as well. Okay. Now, 262s intercept. I'm half tempted to keep them in reserve, to be honest. To be fair, I think I will keep them in reserve. I think the 262s could be very handy at shooting down enemy bombers. And they're always going to be there, so don't have to throw them. I think we're going to go for these 3 targets over here, the ones closest to our actual airfields. I think that'll probably do the best for us. We do have another air command nearby, so we might be able to see what's available. Okay. Let's see what we can throw here. Right, here we go. So we're going to commit the fighter bombers to this attack. No, that squadron is too small. Okay. Any suggestions for London? The Natural History Museum by far, absolutely gorgeous. But in fairness, I don't know London too well. I've only been there a couple times. I've been to America more times than I've been to London. Okay, let's get some fighters over here. I'm going to keep the 262s in reserve for the time being. Okay, confirm. Your mission is to beat the bomber. In fairness, I should have been looking where they were coming from, but this will do fine. I might go into that detail one day. Okay, that's looking good. So we have 202 aircraft to actually launch attacks and 105 escorts. We'll confirm we're going to fly from 30,000 feet. There we go. So air directive confirmed. Okay. So, at the moment we can see ME-163s potentially somewhere. Okay, so we can see that we're going to be attacking with a good few planes in this area here. We are running reconnaissance, which we would like to do elsewhere. We do have ground support to these army groups. Reconnaissance over this way. We don't exactly have much in the way of air power. Reconnaissance over here is definitely needed. How well do you think you'll hold in Italy? Fairly well. It's going to take the Allies a freaking long time to even get anywhere over there. We need to recon this area here. Wish I could get this game. Yeah. It's pretty expensive, I'm not going to lie, but it's so worth it. Okay, so we're going to go for size 2 in this area here. This is the area that we need to take a look at. I'm going to change the target priority over here. Okay. Now, in terms of reconnaissance planes, we'll have some of these run night. Can I check if they're decent at night? They seem ready enough. Do kamikaze attacks on crucial bridges. Alright. We'll have them change to night. I do have some more reconnaissance planes that I can actually commit. I do have some ME-262s as reconnaissance, which I think would be a really freaking good thing. So I'm gonna put a few more onto night. There we go. So we are in the ME-262 1A/U3. Now, these bad boys are pretty damn decent. They have a high level camera, obviously they have the 30mm cannons. They're not exactly the least protected planes. Reliability is obviously quite low, maneuverability is okay, durability is okay. It's the speed that matters. Okay. You could retreat from Italy to the Swiss border, south to Venice area, would release like half of the Italian force to be used elsewhere. Potentially so, but we'll hold them where we are. It'd be difficult to really retreat in good manner. Yeah, there's 1945 campaigns. It's really pretty damn good. I'm looking forward very much to one of these two. I mean, that'd be awesome to see if we had a 1944-45 campaign where you could play as the West, well, playing in the West and the East. That'd be amazing. Okay, and let's take a look. So, do we want a reconnaissance? Sorry, do we want an escort? I could have the ME-262s run the escort for that. But I'll have these fucker Wolf 190Ds do that. It's not a lot of escorts, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want to commit my 262s as of yet. Okay, so we'll commit to that. Altitude. Let's make that about 20,000 feet. Make that about 25,000 feet. Oops. There we go. The reason being, I really don't want to get them picked off. Okay, I'm happy with that. Set doctrine. There we go. I wonder how effective attacking enemy airfields is, considering the Allied air superiority by numbers. It might be better to hit them while on the ground. The idea here is that we're going to try to hit them while they're on the ground. In all honesty, they have practically unlimited numbers. And can you imagine trying to deal with all this? It's just not going to happen. Let's be frank. They do have ridiculously large numbers. So we're going to hit these airfields over here. At least this is a place that we can do okay. Does not fit Italy under Allied control before the captain capture Berlin. We'll see. Okay. So we do have this air command over here. Right, these are under a different command. Does the game have a set end date, or could you technically hold indefinitely? It does have a set date. I can't remember what the date is, but there is one. Okay, we're going to move these planes over here. Move them down here. I'm going to move these 262s to Dortmund. They'll just have to manage for the time being. Okay. That I'll just have to do for the time being. So we do have the first and second Jagd Corps over here as well, which does complicate things. What I'm trying to do is really move them from these level 1 air bases to higher level ones. Okay. Fuckable for 90 Ds. Okay, that should be enough at the time being. So at the moment, we are committed to this. Now, we do have a decent build-up of air forces over here, which is good to see. How effectively can you counter the Allied strategic bombers? Relatively, what I do is basically have short-range fighters based in the rear, in the Rhineland basically, and then towards the center of Germany, somewhere, maybe Kassel, around about that area, maybe like Hanover area, having like longer range fighters, so basically as they enter into Germany, into the Ruhr, into the Rhineland, they're hit by the short range fighters, and then once they get past that, hopefully once the escorts are sort of peeled off, or at least some of the escorts are peeled off, have them hit by the longer range fighters, which obviously going to be able to get to them and deal some good damage. So we are committed to ground support for the moment in time. Reconnaissance is ongoing. Reconnaissance over here is pointless in my opinion. Gonna cancel that mission. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to run more reconnaissance. Do we run more reconnaissance in this area? Would be a good idea. Let's see, do we have any more reconnaissance planes that we can commit? Yeah, we do have a few more freed up here. I am going to commit a lot of reconnaissance. We're going to have Focke-Wulf 190Ds run as, well, escort. And some BF-109s. And again, I'm going to have those BF-109s run as escort, and Focke-Wulfs can be there for other service. Okay, so we have 109 BF-109s. We'll throw some ME-410s in here. There we go. They're inactive for the moment. Okay, they'll run down. Right, just quickly check this. Okay, we'll put them on today then. So as reconnaissance at night is pretty damn difficult. And in fact pointless. So yeah, we'll put them to day. There we go. Done. Okay. So we don't have that much left. So what we'll do then is we'll plan to hit another airbase. I'm going to say the one just at, say, Trond. We'll use the Luftwaffe over here. KDO West. So Luftflottille free, basically. We are running ground support. What we're going to do is we're going to commit to hitting this airbase for the time being. It's ground support. I'm going to need a ground attack mission. Okay, so we're going to run it over here. Summon 4 to protect Germany. Okay. So we do have tactical bombers over here. Are they actually running as bombers? Well, they're tactical bombers, so yes, that seems so. Okay. We'll come in these Focke-Wulf 190s. And they're actually pretty damn good bombers, you know. So we can throw a lot of bombers against this one target over here. So they're black, how you doing, my dude? Oh, you guys cracked me up. Okay. We'll have the Focke-Wulf 190s run escort. Need more escorts. Have some BF-109s on that. Okay, there's not much left. Yeah, we're gonna attack. We're gonna hit these airfields. I mean, the SS Panzer divisions are going to be withdrawn, no matter what anyway. So, we are going to go for an attack. The idea being... Let's just quickly finish off this mission here. Check on yeah, that's fine. Confirm directive. Directive confirmed. Okay. So, let's see. Let's use black. At the moment, if we take a look over here at fortifications too. So you can see fortifications are at level 1 for the Allies. Not exactly amazing, is it? So what we're going to do is turn that off then in a moment. And if we take a look at the actual ground, the ground isn't amazing here, but it's decent. If we take a look here, we have... I'm going to underline basically the weakest part of the line. Well, I suppose I'll select the weakest part of the line by drawing around it. Okay, so this is the weakest part of the Allied line. I mean, there is weakness over in different areas too. Down to the south as well. We'll just redraw that then. Okay. We'll skip that one for the time being. Okay, so this area here is the weakest part of that line. What we need to do then is punch through. The way to punch through is going to be somewhat difficult. This is probably the... Well, I'd say probably the best places here. Taking a look at that train's pretty decent. So, the issue is we're lacking armor in that area. The armor is concentrated around about this area here. So, what we'd have to do then is have our forces attack on a different... Well, on a multi-level front over here. Multi-directional front over there. To break them. Which isn't as easy. So, what I do favour is instead we push here. Once we push through there, it's going to be a little bit easier than you'd imagine. So then we're going to push over this way. And now the objective is going to be to reach the river here. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But what we'll do is head to March. If we reach the actual objective over here, at least then we have somewhere that we can actually resupply at and use as a defensive position. Reaching Namur is going to be the target, either Namur or Liege. Liege is obviously going to be more difficult, but if we head towards Namur, cross at Namur, take the city over here, we can then strike towards Brussels. If we take Brussels, we can then go into Antwerp. And if we take Antwerp, we'll head for Breda, if we can. The idea is going to be trying to encircle the Allies. You know what, I actually got an airsoft STG-44. I'm actually waiting on my uniform to come. Can't really, honestly, wait for that. It's going to be freaking awesome, actually. I might have a picture. Let's find it. I'm waiting for my German uniform. Okay. Yeah, I realise this is cringy, but this is my STG-44. I mean, I've got my reproduction ammo pouches over here. I'm just waiting on my uniform. But I freaking love this rifle. It's amazing. Okay. Enough of the cringiness. So, that's the plan for the armour. We do have all of this, but what we're going to need to do then is we'll have offensive movements in red and movements behind our lines in blue then. The SS forces are going to have to move this way. We're going to have to push through this area here. It's going to really be about widening this gap here. Yeah, ambitious plan I believe will go off without a hitch. I think it's honestly the best. I think it's honestly the best way we can do it. Yeah, to be honest, the AGM STG-44 is really quite cheap. It's only about 200 quid. It's not that much. What I need to do is actually order another 3 or 4 STG-44 magazines, and then I can fill up my pouch. I just need to finish off the rest of the uniform. Still need to get myself a greatcoat and overcoat, but obviously with the summer weather I'm not going to need one at the moment. Okay, now the difficulty comes when we need to actually hold the rest of the line. Nice, Grand in a car. Love the car. I was honestly tempted to get the car, but I like the STG-44. It's just the fact that it's actually more viable, obviously, with airsoft. At least you can actually pump rounds down range. Anyway, talking about all of airsoft. Actually, let's draw the air bases we're hitting then. So we're going to hit the airbase over here. So that's going to be hit over here, and over here. So we're going to hit 4 airfields, hopefully deal a decent amount of damage to them. And it's all going to come down to this over here. So if we take a look at the actual terrain, it's not what you'd call great. We do have good roads, which does make up for a lot. Clear ground. Right, now it's actually clear here. That's rather interesting. There's light snow here. So snow, snow, snow. Okay, that does change some things actually. Now the ground is clear here. This is probably the best we're ever going to get. I'd have to check on the effects of weather on the combat, but that's probably by far the best we're going to have. So that does change things. We do have 2/3 of a US infantry division. You have no reconnaissance on the forces near Brussels. To be honest, I'm not going to move my reconnaissance any deeper than this. We need to punch through initially. I'm going to assume there's a lot of forces behind that. The front will inevitably change. So what we'll have to do then is pull off mini encirclements as much as possible. Try and draw the allies in if we can do. So now things like this are interesting. They're not exactly the greatest. But we hold the river line, and holding that river line is worth that position. So it's going to be somewhat difficult. What we're going to do then is we're going to quickly take a screenshot and bring the stream to a close. So this was basically a quick little dirty campaign. We're going to carry it on if you guys want. But I'm going to need to see the amount of likes to make it worthwhile, to be honest. I don't have too much time available at the moment. So if we could get a good amount of likes, good amount of comments, I mean, obviously if you want to see this as a campaign, as a series, comment down below. I'll also leave a link to the mod down below. And yeah, it's up to you guys. If you want to see this, you're going to have to let me know. Not to be a jerk or anything, but I don't have a huge amount of time, so I need to know which series is going to be actually well received. So, yes, thank you. I will leave the mod description, the mod link down below. And to those of you who wish to support me, you can do so via Patreon or via PayPal. All it makes a great big difference in how much I can do with this. So, until next time, thank you and goodbye. Have a beautiful evening on a beautiful day, whatever you are, whatever you're doing. Goodbye for now. Keep chill, guys. Keep chill.